Isn't this a beautiful morning? I mean, every morning should be beautiful. This morning, live in the Pacific Northwest, and it's slightly raining, and it's, we need a little bit of this rain to keep all the everything growing. And my peas, I need to put my picture of my peas. I planted these this fall, actually, and I don't know if they're going to put pods on, if I'll have peas to pick, but I'm having fun with them. And some of my tomato plants, so I got to show you the monster tomato plant. I still go out and fertilize and water this thing. It's got some tomatoes on it, yeah. Life goes on every day. It just continues to go on. You wake up, you go to bed. You wake up, you go to bed. And this morning, as I like reading scriptures. Sometimes I read 3 or 4 verses, sometimes a whole chapter. It makes no difference. But this morning I was reading this. I want to kind of read this to you, and it made me stop and think. In fact, there's only 4 verses. I'm going to read 2 right now. Can I take my glasses off? That's not going to hurt anybody, is it? At least I can see what I'm reading. And this is in Mark 3:19. Verse 24. And if a king be divided, back up. Okay, I can't even read without my glasses on. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Saying, I've thought about that. If a kingdom is divided against itself, it cannot stand. Or if a house is divided against itself, it cannot stand. And I've done some thinking about that. There's 4 verses. I just told you 2. In fact, let me read number 1. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? What it's talking about here is Jesus Christ. He's on the earth during when the 12 were there, and he was teaching people, and people were on his case. The important people of the world were on his case, the scribes and Pharisees. Okay, these were the important. These are the politicians as we know today. These are, I'm not going to characterize everybody in the same block, but let's say those that maybe we can say the upper class that think they're more important than the rest of us, maybe because they have bigger paychecks than you do, or I do, or and so consequently they live in a bigger house and they get to travel more and do all these things that you can't do. So that's kind of who's talking, and Jesus is out there healing people that's sick on the Sunday, and he had got some corn off the cob, stems of a garden there. I don't know if he was in the garden or if he was where he was, and these important people says, you can't be doing this. This is the Sabbath day. And, they were living the law of the Jewish people at that time. But some carry it too far, and some carry it too far this way. Anyway, my thoughts. I thought of all the turmoil that's going on in the world today. Here we have Puerto Rico that the people have been wiped out. Not the people, but the countryside, their houses, their businesses, everything has been wiped out. This storm comes through and just wipes it out. We got that group of people. We have people all over the world that are needing help. There's other people that just goes to work and you're all happy. Well, you kind of happy. You go to work and yeah, some of you are. You actually like what you're doing. Okay? You have the money, you don't have really a whole lot of extra, but you make it work. So there's a lot of different people in this world. And they're all at different levels. Everything from the very wealthy down to the very poor. And we associate with a lot of these people, whether we know it or not, during the day. and our jobs and stuff. But the thing that's really been bothering me, and I've been following this a lot, is the NFL, National Football League. What is going on there? You know, the national anthem. The national anthem represents freedom. It represents America. It represents what we stand for in America. We live in the best country in the world. No other country in the world can brag about how good they are compared to America. We have a constitution, we have laws, we have, if you have to break the law, there's things to solve that problem. Plenty of attorneys out there. And there's religious leaders. There's a lot of things in America that so many other countries don't even have. They don't have these freedoms. They're kind of boxed in their little boxes they have to live in. And the national anthem, you know, I don't know when the national anthem was started being played at sports games. I know I go to, in the last 4 years, every Blazer game, Portland Trail Blazers, and they play the national anthem, and all the players stand with their hands behind their backs, and I observe that, and how many people don't put their hand over their heart. You know, they just stand there. How many men don't take their hats off? Okay, I guess you have to do it this way. Okay, I go to some winter hot games, and they are a little better than the Blazers people. More of them put their hands over their heart. More of them take their hats off. Not everybody, but a lot more of them. And it's been very interesting to me to watch this number of people, what they actually do with the national anthem. But anyway, what we got here? We got football, national football teams. And we've got some that, can we use the word protesting? They are against America. Are they? They're against the national anthem? Don't they want it played? Are they against freedom? You know, there's a lot of stuff that's out there on the internet right now, and different people's views and thoughts of why they're doing it. We've got some people that want it. Other people want the players to be better citizens. I mean, they're leaders. These players are, lots of young kids watch these players. And what are they teaching these young kids? Not to be a good citizen? All the players have to do is this, and stay standing. Okay? Are they protesting a president? Well, I'm sorry, but the president got voted in. Okay? If you didn't like who got voted in, wait for 4 more years and you get a chance to vote for somebody else. Okay? But it's the way it is. Okay? But how can I'm going to go back here and read this. Okay? A kingdom be divided in itself, and a kingdom cannot stand. And I've thought of that, and I thought of a house. If you have so many splits, you've got those that want the national anthem and want to salute the flag. You've got those that say, I don't care for America. I don't want it. Well, that's really what you're saying. You know, I don't like the freedoms we have. I don't like the freedom. Sit down in my living room, turn a football game on, sit and watch it, not be bothered by the law, or be forbidden to watch the football game. Or if I don't want to watch the football game, I can watch something else. Okay? Or I don't even have to turn my TV on. Not true in so many nations, the world. And then there's those that don't care. They don't care. So what? So what? So what? And I think there's a lot that's so what? They don't care. Put my hand over my heart? Put my left hand over my heart? What does it make any difference? And I think there's so many like that. And I think of our homes can be divided. How many of you sit down at a breakfast table in the morning and eat together? I want to say have prayer together also, but I know you have that freedom in America, according to your beliefs. And I'm sure prayer is not said much around the breakfast table anymore, not compared to when I grew up. I bet you most of you don't even sit down at a breakfast table. You probably go this way and that way and run out the door, and some of you are still in bed, and and then you look at this and say, how can my home stay together? And parents, you throw that F word out. I've been in homes. It's just as common in some of your homes. And the kids are saying it. I know it because I work with people. Told you, I work around a lot of people, with the Blazers. And I see them and I've got to know them. And I go, how can your house cannot be one house, okay? It can't be neatly fit together. It is spread all over the place. All you are is a building with people inside, and in some cases all have the same last name. In other cases, you don't have the same last name. And in some cases, you probably don't even care if you have the same last name or want to know the same last name. Okay? What kind of life are you living? Okay? Really, what kind of life? Can I say this is some of the problem we're seeing with the football? Because we don't have a solid footing in life. We are divided. Our homes are divided. Our country is divided. Ourselves, even in so many cases, are divided. You can't even make a decision on what you want to do. As long as you go through life and you get your paycheck and you come home and spend it. But in America, you have got a freedom. The freedom to make these decisions. The freedom to make choices. It's your choice. As in other countries, you don't have that choice. I do not agree with leading citizens, football players, basketball players, whatever, politicians, that do not stand up for the rights of us, the citizens, and don't really do what they're supposed to be doing. America is too great to put down. America is too great to divide. But it is divided, and it's being spread far apart every day. And the news gets into it, and the media, I just put, in fact, I'm going to put up here a link right here about a video I just put out. It was about guns. A lot of you have your opinion about guns also. I put a video out the other day about that. I'm going to put a link right here so you can see it. Anyway, it's just something to think about. It's really something to think about. Where are you in life? Are you in a fitly formed home or business that people work together? They think together. They have God in their life. They have meaning. They have value. Are you one that everybody jumps up out of bed if they get out? And I don't want to go to work today, so I don't go to work, or I don't want to go to school, I don't go to school. And you all go your own ways. And at night you all come. It's kind of like a spot that you hang out in. It's not a family. It's just a spot. It's just a brick building that you hang out in. Or are you one of these people that just don't care? You don't care. You come home because it's a place to be. If something comes up, you don't come home. you just float with the tides of the wind. Something to think about. Anyway, I'm Steve Allen, and this has been the Country Boy Show. Hope you have a great day, because I'm going to. See you later next week. How about next week? Yeah, see you later next week. Anyway, have a great day, and I'm gone.